Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess on this fantastic sunrise morning. Well, sunrise has to be in the morning kind of by definition, doesn't it? Anyway, beautiful sunrise over Lake Hylia. Last episode, we gathered a shit ton of post souls, actually more than I expected to, really. We got like 30-something of them. No, we didn't, we got 28, that's a lie. And then at the end of the episode, we met some of the kind of Hyrule resistance force in Telma's Bar. All of them, actually, we met except one member, except for Old Oru, who we were told can be found in here, in the Lake Hylia, which is where we are now, overlooking the Western Desert, Eastern Desert even. Well, it's Eastern Desert in this version. I'm going to talk about that later, the version flipping thing, but the point is, we've come here to this tower where Oru is, and it's a fairly long ladder climb up there, so, speed her on, please. I thought it was about time for you to arrive. Master Doctor, is it? You do know Telma, don't you? I'm Oru. I'm part of the group that Telma kindly allows to meet at her bar. I heard all about your deeds from her. Now, you being a courageous youth, you've likely heard of the strange events in the desert and come to investigate, no? Or am I mistaken? You do know, don't you, Master Doctor? The Gerudo Desert once held a prison built to hold the worst criminals this land has ever known. The criminals who were sentenced to death were sent directly to the underworld by a cursed mirror that was kept in the prison. Now that prison is condemned, and even the road leading to the desert is impassable. This desert at World's End still holds the cursed mirror and the malice of the doomed inmates. These old bones know that the evil currently plaguing Hyrule is related to this wicked place, so I have come to learn the truth. Master Doctor, I must ask, what will you do now? Don't tell me you plan to enter the desert and confirm my suspicions with your own eyes. Is that so? Then let good old Oro help you out. You see, like Hylia down here below us, a man named Fire runs an amusement ride of sorts there. Give him this. You got Oro's memo! Oro's memo! I said Oru's memo! Get your vowels right, Doctor. Oru wrote this to Fire of Lake Hylia. Set it to be on the minor screen and use B to show it. See, long ago I saved this man Fire's life, and now he cannot refuse me if I ask a favour. If you leave the rest up to Fire, all should go well. So, we've got a bit of a mission! Well, actually, that was kind of what I meant to do. Because we need to go and speak to Fire, and see what we can do there. So, speed her on, please. Thank you very much. And so we have been given, Oru's memo. So, I said it wrong again. I'm not having a good day, am I? Right, let's try that again. Oru. No, not Oru. Fire. Here's Oru's memo. Did it right that time, nearly. From old Oru, huh? How well, I guess I ought to do what the old coot says. Oasis flight, right? So here you go, one of our secret options not available to the general public. This time's all paid for, so what do you say? You want to go? Alrighty then, but remember next time you got to pay. Sweet sailing, buddy of mine. One for Oasis. Fire in the hole! Wait, Doctor. Before we go on, there's something I want you to hear. Do you remember what the spirit said about the future shadows? What do you think happened to the magic wielders who tried to rule the sacred realm? They were banished. They were chased across the sacred lands of Hyrule and driven into another realm by the goddesses. It was another world entirely, the antithesis of Hyrule where the sun shines bright. Its denizens became shadows that could not mingle with the light. Eventually, most came to call it the Twilight Realm, and from it, none could return to the world of light. They were forever doomed to live in the twilight, flitting in the half-light of dusk, mere shadows of Hyrule. This is the history of the Twilight as it has been passed down for our ancestors. Do you now understand what I am? I'm a descendant of the tribe that was banished to the Twilight Realm. It was a peaceful place, until Zant took control of the Twilight Realm and transformed all of the Twilight into shadow beasts. It's clear to me now that he somehow gained a great evil power, previously unknown to our tribe. In any case, I was sent from there and could no longer get into the Twilight Realm without his power. But there's another tale told by my people. Though the goddesses forbade us to return to the world of light, they left one link between light and darkness. Something called the Mirror of Twilight was passed to the protectors of Hyrule. It's our only path to the Twilight Realm, and we must get there. You'll come with me, won't you? So, welcome to the Gerudo Desert, and after a cutscene there that I actually quite like, because what I think it really shows is how much Midna's personality has actually changed since her kind of near-death experience at the hands of Zant. She was, at the first, she was this really, like, sassy, annoying little impish creature, and now she's still got that to a certain degree, but she's much more kind of measured, she's much less irritating, and sees you, like the character, as far less of a kind of just tool to be used, but actually as a person in your own right. And I think that's really interesting for that reason. It's good to kind of get some backstory. Oh, Moldorms, by the way. Just target them, grapple, and kill them. They respawn all the time, and they're freaking everywhere, and they're extremely annoying. So yeah, this is the Gerudo Desert. It doesn't take a particularly smart mind to put together what they were saying there, of the mirror in the Twilight Realm. The kind of the Mirror of Twilight. Oh, you missed. Oh, that's a big one as well. Oh. Yeah, there's the Mirror of Twilight, and there is the cursed mirror that sends criminals directly to the underworld. So, unsurprisingly, yeah, we're heading into. Whoa, I tried to look over there. We're heading into that structure over there eventually. That's the kind of the old prison. But beforehand, there are some things I want to kind of polish up in the Gerudo Desert. So, we're approaching the first of them actually here. Ha! You can just see it. I can see it because I'm looking for it. Not easy to spot against the background, but there is a golden bug. Now, so you know, now we can actually grapple these things. Now we've got the grappling hook, but it's not exactly easy to do. So I'm just going to grab it the old-fashioned way, I think. Oh, he got eaten by the Moldorms. That's bad. There we go. We got a male dayfly, that's awesome. And as ever is the rule, whenever there's a bug, there's another bug. It's a weird rule, I know, but it's one that I live my life by nonetheless. That sounds really dodgy and suspicious, doesn't it? But yes, there's a male dayfly there, so there's a female dayfly. The female dayfly here, bit harder to find, because there's this crevice here. There's two of these crevices, and it basically circles between them. So you only actually have to listen out for the tinkly sounds, at least. Well, that was a big bastard who took 2 hits. I was going to say at least Moldorms usually don't follow you down here, but apparently they do. That's irritating. Oh, that sound was a rupee, damn it. I know it's near here somewhere. There it is. Hello, my old friend. I've come to talk with you again. Because a vision softly creeping left its seed while I was sleeping. Oh, damn it. Shout out to Simon and Garfunkel. There we go, that's what I want. Hey, we've got a female dayfly. I've sped through the text really quickly there, but it's the same thing. Hey, bug fans love that golden collar. So, there's something interesting up there, so that's actually where we're headed now, because we've conveniently ended up exactly where we want to. So, let's bring the grappling hook up and grapple onto there. And now, welcome to something weird. This is what this game calls a P-hat. P-hats have been in many Zelda games. They've been in Wind Waker, they've been in Ocarina of Time, and all sorts, but in this game, P-hats are not enemies. They're kind of earthy grapple points. They look really weird, but yeah, you can grapple onto them and move around, so they're kind of the biological equivalent of those rotating things we found inside the Lake Bed Temple. But yes, when we come up here, warp point. This is useful to have this warp point, because it means you don't have to pay fire every time you want to come here. And you have to do that whole cutscene. You can warp straight here. Very useful, because there's only one other warp point in the desert, and it's not very accessible. Worth noting, now we have the Master Sword. One of these fuckers will die in either a single spin attack or a single jump attack. So taking them out just as Link is easy. Actually, I would say is easier than just transforming into Wolf Link. Just jump attack all of them until there's only 2 left, and then spin attack the remaining 2. You'll be absolutely fine. We have a warp point here, and we have something actually Far more interesting than a warp point. Yes, such things do exist, ladies and gentlemen. Up here, there is a large chunk of stone. Do you recognise it? Well, if you don't, I'll jog your memory a little bit. Yes, indeed. Cast your mind back. If we speak to Midna, what is this thing? And she gives us the option to warp. So, based on what you've just seen, I think I know exactly where it goes. And there we go, after a long time, the Bridge of Elden is finally restored to its former glory. That's not much use to us at the moment, but will become useful in future episodes, because there's stuff we have to do. Anyway, let's head back to the desert. Now, back here, you'll see, actually, there was something underneath it. There was this kind of cave. I'm not going to be doing anything with that yet. I will eventually, rest assured, but for now, we've got some more stuff to do in the desert, but we have to wait till nightfall. Can you guess what it's going to be? Fun fact, at nighttime in Gerudo Desert, the music continues, but you can only tell it's night when the heat haze effect in the distance has stopped, which it just has, which is awesome. So, yeah, surprise, surprise, this is why we need it to be nighttime. We've got some Poe hunting to do. There's a fair number in the desert, actually, but we're going to try and mince through them relatively quickly. That's our first one there. Next, we're just going to run as Wolflink all the way over to basically where we first entered the desert by cannon. And now over here is our target. This feels very familiar, doesn't it? I assure you, every episode from now on will not include Poe hunting. Actually, wow, no, I'm not going to say that yet. You'll see what I mean in a couple of episodes' time. But, no, I'm not going to have another episode entirely devoted to Poe hunting again for a very long time. Pretty much until we gather all the remaining Poes. Anyway, now we need to go up to the kind of like northwest corner of the desert. Now, you can see our Poe up there to the left. We actually can't get up there in wolf form, so we need to turn back into a human and bring up our trusty, and nearly called it the grappling hook there, trusty claw shot. Actually, it's not the same thing. It can't do the cool swinging shit that a grappling hook could do. And once we're up here, then of course we transform back and hunt some ghosts. I've still not seen the new Ghostbusters film yet. Don't know if it's actually any good. Because, admittedly, I only watched the first Ghostbusters film about 2 weeks ago. Because I'm a terrible person with no regard for popular culture, apparently. I just didn't grow up with it, I guess. And it was, actually, I was surprised. I wouldn't say it was good. Well, no, I would say it was good. I wouldn't say it was, like, amazing. It was kind of like, well, that was fun. By the way, yeah, we've gone underground. There's more Poes here, in case you haven't realised what we're doing. There's 2 out down here, actually. As ever with Ones in a Cave, you can get them at any time. But yeah, I thought it wasn't, like, amazing, but, like, films that people are that nostalgic for never are. But it was better than I was expecting. And I imagine if you did have nostalgia for it, that would make it a great film. As it stood, it was good. So, that was fun. Something other than Poes to talk about, I suppose. Ha! Suppose! Oh my god, I'm so funny. I made myself laugh, that's what matters. Now, up here, we're finally going to turn back into human. We've stopped Poe hunting, and we're going to actually get on with some plot. And we're going to use a new item. It's not a new item, that's a complete lie. We're going to use an item that we've basically never used, essentially making it a new item. Yes, we're going to use the sniper bow, combining the Hawkeye and the bow and arrow, because we've got some stealth to do. Let's bring up, that's the wrong button, let's bring up our sniper, and we can zoom in with plus. And you can see there's a Bulblin encampment up ahead. It's got 2 watch guards. Watch guards? Is that a word? Watchmen. Let's take it out. Or not. Am I too far away to take it out? Jesus, didn't know that was possible. Apparently there's a maximum range on the bow and arrow. The more you know, I suppose. Let's try that again. And wallop! There we go, right in the mouth. And we can do exactly the same thing again with the other one. Hopefully the people on the ground won't actually notice what's going on. Are we too far away again? Are you doing this to me? Well, that one just missed, but I'm going to get a bit closer anyway. I must be right on the limit of the sniper bow's range, which I didn't know existed, actually, but hey. Oh, right in the dick! Oh, Prince Albert for you, my friend! And with both of them dead, we can actually move on to the encampment itself. So, what? Stop playing. Oh, I keep pressing plus because it's B to bring up the arrow and then plus to zoom in. So, you can see there's the ones on the ground, we could shoot them, or, more amusingly, we could shoot their hog. Who then goes mental and kills them. If we use that one as well. Oh, that actually shot the goblin there. Let's shoot that one. He should charge forward. And we can just have a little bit of fun with them that way. Nope, missed him. Let's shoot this one in the ass while the other one's off distracted. Oh, he's got on the board. That's not going to end well for me. He's seen me. Oh, no, he's not. Let's finish him. Oh, come on, kill, 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 kill. There we go. So having taken the encampment out and looking really cool while doing it, this is actually the first time we get to, come on, we get to ride Bulbos. Because there's no horse out here, there's no way to get your horse out here, we can ride these fuckers around. So, while you're riding them, basically you can press A to make them go mental, and they'll charge. And they'll smash through stuff while charging, and their steering goes out the window, so you can smash around a bit. There's some chests you can get here, but nothing particularly important. And eventually, they will crash into... Oh no! Normally if you crash into something, they throw you off, but I didn't actually crash into anything solid there. Thank you for the ride, Bulbo. But yeah, we needed to come up here anyway, so it was just handy to have the Bulbo there. Finally, there's the Golden Wolf there. Because remember, he plonked on this map before we'd actually been to this part of the map. What happens if you talk to him when you're a wolf? I actually don't know. With sword in hand, return to me. I thought it was something like that, yeah. No, we've got one more Poe to quickly take out, which is this fucker here. I never saw until recently, like if you take, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. If you take like an up close, if you take an up close look at the Poes on this, they're like creepy dolls with like stitched up mouths and stuff. I'd never realised that before, like just looking at like the actual model. You can't really see it in the game, but in like the kind of official artworks of them, it's deeply creepy. They're like a possessed doll or something. Though these technically I learned as well aren't called Poes. They are, well, these are actually imp Poes. Full Poes are something we'll be encountering in the future. Fun for us. Anyway, with that done, we'll just finish off the episode now by turning Ek into human, taking sword in hand, and finding the Golden Wolf. We meet again. At last, the skills I have to teach you have entered the realm of true secrecy. They are forgotten ways that do not leave our bloodline. Among the techniques I shall be here teaching you are some very may even endanger you. Do you feel ready to learn these skills? Very well. But before we begin, I must test you to ensure that you have mastered the last skill I taught you, the Helm Splitter. Now then, come at me. So, as ever, thrust the nunchuck, press A, and press A again. Happy days. Excellent, it appears you are certainly capable of performing my lost art. Very well, my fifth hidden skill is the Mortal Draw. Let it be hewn into your mind. The ways of the sword are known to many creatures, and some have strengthened their guards against shield attacks and backslicers. Should you encounter such a foe, the Mortal Draw that I am about to teach you is most effective. You must sheath your sword and set aside that most basic of sword skills, the Z target. You must wait until your foe is upon you. Then, before the enemy can see you through your ruse, you must quickly draw your blade with A. There is no defense for this. The Mortal Draw deals death. Very well, now try it! This is one of my favourite of the hidden skills and one I use quite a lot just because it's so much fun. Put your sword away, then when you're close to an enemy, wallop! Most enemies will be killed in one by that. Obviously, they don't work for bosses and mini-bosses, but that was a pointed strike. But do not forget this technique leaves your life at risk. The fifth skill, the Mortal Draw, has been passed on. You learn the fifth hidden skill, the Mortal Draw. There are still 2 hidden skills for you to learn. Do not neglect your daily sword training between now and the time you come to learn the next skill. May we meet again. So that's as good a point as ever to lead as any to lead in the episode. No, that's as good a point as any to lead the episode. I got it there eventually, didn't I? So yeah, we've come here to the Gerudo Desert. We've learned some stuff about a mirror we got to go and track down. And next episode we will be entering what lies ahead, well, behind us technically, but what lies ahead in order to find our way into the prison and steal that mirror. Thank you very much, and good day.